Hey Banditos, the best XP farm in the game is this build. It's legit and undeniably the best damage build in the Division 2. It's a fast-paced, shieldless, out-of-cover build that can one-shot heroic and legendary NPCs using the best DPS rifle in the game, the almighty classic M1A. And I'm not giving you one of those all red, no added survivability builds either. This one has it all with 1.1 million armor, 20% bonus armor, 3% armor regen, and 20% armor on kill, which is why it's perfect for farming even heroic control points with all 5 directives for 125% bonus XP. Easy. Check out this quick gameplay montage.
Now I'm in the limelight because I'm
Sir, I'm arrested. Arrest!
now you know. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Used to raw G, Brucey B, it's a freak. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. Funk master flex love. And if you don't know, now you know. Star ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call the trick, same number, same hood. It's all good.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Hit like if unique and effective builds are for you, and comment the almighty down below to support the channel.
You can tell by the way I use my walk.
Many are calling Season 11 the season of the sniper, which is perfect because I love headshot builds, but there are many that don't, and if that's you, I get it. Sniping can be frustrating in this game. The NPCs do circus acrobats to make you miss, and if you already think you have potato aim, none of that is going to make you feel any better about headshot builds. But today is going to be different because I'm going to give you a build that is the equivalent of striking gold in the Division 2. That's because it has all of the benefits of a sniper, shotgun, and rifle build without their weaknesses, and because of that, you will set personal best clearing times even with all 5 directives activated. That means everything you do will have 125% XP bonus attached to it. And instead of doing the same mission over and over in easy mode, you can actually farm the map while getting amazing XP and loot. And it won't even feel like you are playing the hardest possible difficulty the game provides. That's what we call having your cake and eating it too. This build is centered on the classic M1A, which is the best rifle in the game, especially when it comes to DPS. It's got high base weapon damage, RPM, and a larger mag than the 1886, and that's why we're looking at this one. And 15 rounds in the mag. We got rifle damage, critical hit damage, damage to armor. My expertise is level 10, and I'm running the talent Determined. After killing an enemy with a headshot, the next shot landed on any enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. And I've balanced the build so that we can chain kill to the body with this rifle, which is absolutely amazing. And look what I've done with the mods. I've decided to go for stability and speed, so no scope on this one, and instead I have plus 15% stability. You got lots of options, just go with what you want. For legendary content though, I do think the scope is better because legendary NPCs do play pretty darn deep, so I recommend changing your scope depending on what you're playing. And then I got 10% reload speed and of course an extra 5 rounds, and the skin is called Decadence, which is lovely. The 1886 is an amazing rifle. It's actually one of my favorites. It can chain kill as well. It's got very high base weapon damage. The downside is that it's only got 5 rounds in the mag, so when it comes to chain killing, what that means is lots of reloading, and that's what the classic M1A is going to fix with this. We're going to be able to body shot chain kill and headshot chain kill heroic and legendary NPCs with a 15 round mag, and that gives you a lot of grace, so if you miss shots or whatever, you're still going to be okay. My secondary is the Nemesis. You don't have to use this, Nemesis, but I really like it as a backup weapon, and I'll show you why later. The Nemesis is hitting at 2.4 million the way I have it. And then of course we have the TAC 50. I'm running Sharpshooter so that we get more weapon damage and more stability from breathe control to make our weapons a little bit faster at acquiring targets. And of course the TAC 50, we do whip that out as well. And then I have the D50 with Determined on it as well. You might think I'm crazy, but I'm running a 4-piece Hunter's Fury for this run and gun rifle build. That's right, because we're playing at point blank ranges. And so yeah, we're not getting the 2-piece bonus, but we don't care because that's just additive damage. So not a big deal to miss out on that. The 3 pieces is giving us 20% armor on kill, and that's what I'm looking for. I need that 20% armor on kill so that I can run shieldless and get my armor back and accept damage and be okay with it. On top of that, we got Apex Predator. So any enemy within 15 meters, we're gonna get an additional 20% amp damage against them. And that's amazing, right? Of course, when we get that kill, we will disorient anybody inside that 5-meter radius. And then we're gonna stack more amplified damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stack it up to 5 times. We have the best of both worlds. We're able to use a rifle at range when we want to and at close and personal distances like a shotgun without having that horrible reload and handling that shotguns do. So we have a weapon that works at all distances. We got weapon damage and headshot damage on here, and the gloves are the same. And the knees, I decided to put some armor on, so that puts us to 1.1 million armor. I know the community really likes to roll with that amount of armor, but you don't have to. If you decide you want to go with all 6 red cores, this build works just fine that way too. But I thought I'd push it up for you guys. And then here is the holster with more weapon damage and headshot damage. If you're looking to be part of a strong, positive community, then I have you covered. Join Tux's Discord. We're not elitists, and we're so much more than just clans and raids. Tux's Discord continues to grow as the central hub for the player base that loves this game and wants to see it thrive. And if you love builds, this is the spot. Also, join Tux's Players Club to support the channel, the cause, while getting access to member perks and extra content like gaming music playlists. Click the join button below. Now, of course, the chest piece is Chain Killer. That's giving us 5% more weapon damage from Walker and Harris. And then we got Perfect Headhunter. As you can see, I got more weapon handling and headshot damage. And Perfect Headhunter basically gives us a cap of 1,250% of our last kill blow. And so you need to make sure you have at least 150% headshot damage on your build. And as you see, we have 175%, and that's without rolling with a scope. Remember, scopes give you more headshot damage. So if you want more or need more, this 45% headshot damage from this digital scope is a really cool way to play, especially in Legendary. And I'm running the Memento, of course, because we are running and gunning. So we got the 3 cores, and then I got headshot damage on this. And then we really are playing into the short-term buff. So let's just talk about the weapon damage. So we're gonna get 5% weapon damage per red core. And as you can see, we have 5 of those. That's 25% weapon damage for 10 seconds. And when we stack 30 trophies, we're gonna have 30% in addition to that. So that's 30, 55, and so on. And then we can get 10% bonus armor per blue core. And we have 2 of those. So that's 20% bonus armor. And that is our shield right there. And then we got skill efficiency. And I'm really after that. And we're also gonna get 3% armor regen, which is healing us underneath that bonus armor, which is nice. But we also have the armor on kill. So we got lots of things going for our survivability here. So the skill efficiency is really helpful for our riot foam. So we got 1 skill tier. So this is tier 1 riot foam, giving us ensnare duration of 7.2 seconds. That's before the skill efficiency off of the backpack, which is going to help our cooldowns and the duration of the foam. So this is really helpful because of the mechanics to activate the main weapon talent. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then I'm using the decoy. You could also use a fixer, but I feel like with the armor on kill, the armor regen, and the bonus armor, you don't really need a fixer, but sometimes I was running it. Like, why not? So here's how it's going to work. And so you need to get at least 2 consecutive headshots, and then you're on your way, body shotting everything. Okay, so what I do is I riot foam that first enemy, then hit him with my TAC 50 or the Nemesis, one or the other. Either of those weapons, what they're going to do is get your chest piece talent Headhunter all the way to its 1,250% cap off of a single kill. And then what you're going to do is switch to your M1A and get a headshot kill with it next. And then from that point forward, you're able to body shot kill. In Heroic, the way I configured this build, it's really consistent. You should be able to body shot just about anybody unless they're wearing a helmet or unless they're a boss. Now, some bosses you can, but 8 out of 10 bosses you won't be able to, but that's fine. Our M1A is so strong, I just wham them in the face with a couple extra shots and move on. You will notice when you load up the game and put on this build, you'll probably need 2 or 3 trophies under your belt before you start chain killing elites elites and heroic with 6 directives. But that's really easy, and it's really not even an issue. So yeah, so once you get a couple of trophies, you'll be on your way chain killing everything, including all of the elites. It doesn't take much, even with 1.1 million armor, but you do want to play fast, and you want to play inside your zone, and your zone is 15 meters. You can pick some enemies off at range, but you will notice sometimes, depending on the enemy, depending on their armor, you might not kill them all the way when they're outside of your apex predator. So just keep that in mind. Play it safe, play inside 15 meters, and that way you won't lose your buff. But if you do lose your buff, not a big deal. Hit them with the rifle, pull out your TAC 50 or Nemesis, finish them off, and then roll back to your rifle and repeat the process. It's really cool that we figured out how to make this work with the M1A. It came up in a live stream we were talking about it, and I was like, I wonder if we can get the M1A or the MK17 to work with this talent determined, because it's a really good talent, right? And the 1886, of course, works. We got that one to work, and that's a great rifle, but that's actually a very difficult rifle for a lot of players to use, and that's why the M1A was really attractive for me to get to work. And the reason why is because I know a lot of you guys aren't able to take advantage of the new Hot Shots build or even Determined and the sniper builds because you're not into sniper builds. Some people just aren't into sniper builds. So this is a great way to get the most out of season 11 without rolling into a sniper build. And we're rolling over the enemies. I just couldn't be any happier with this build. I mean, 5 directives activated and we're just flowing. I'm also going to be releasing this unedited gameplay video so that you can see this video at work with me clearing multiple control points back to back and basically never dying, even with all of those directives. It's absolutely amazing, playing very aggressive, and this sort of just makes it feel like you're on easy mode. You can go really fast with it. And we have a lot of new players in the game, and XP is something they're interested in. But for us veterans as well, XP is a big deal, and that's because we have global events, one of which is coming around here on Tuesday. But for global events, you get these red stars that act as a currency, and every time you level up your watch, you get a red star. And so the more directives you run, the more XP, the faster you level up. And so this is going to be a really good XP farm build for both red stars and just for general XP for those newer players that are looking to level up. But this build will get you the best gear in the game, and that's why I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Check out this new legendary skill build for people who hate to die.
Follow me.